Have you ever walked into a room and felt like the air just changed? Like the atmosphere suddenly grew heavy, pressing against your skin. Imagine a place that once roared with the thunderous applause of thousands, a place of gold leaf, red velvet, and the sweet scent of expensive perfume. Now, imagine that same place left to rot for 40 years. The Grand Majestic Theatre isn't just an abandoned building, it's a tomb. But here's the thing about tombs. Sometimes what's buried inside doesn't stay quiet. In 1984, a girl stood on that stage. The music reached a crescendo, the lights flickered, and in the blink of an eye, she was gone. No body, no struggle, just an empty stage and a pair of ballet slippers left in the wings. Tonight, we aren't just looking at ruins. We are looking for Elara, and we are looking for whatever it was that took her. The Grand Majestic was built in 1928, a masterpiece of Art Deco design. It was meant to be eternal, but by the mid-'80s, the Eternal Theater was facing its final curtain. When you walk in today, the first thing you notice isn't the smell of dust, it's the silence. It's a thick, unnatural silence that seems to ring in your ears. Urban explorers who break in describe a feeling of intense wrongness the moment they cross the threshold. It's as if the building itself is holding its breath, waiting for the show to start, or perhaps waiting for a new victim to join the cast. It happened on a Tuesday, October 16, 1984. Elara Vance was 19 years old. She was the star of the future. During the final dress rehearsal for Giselle, the stage manager, a veteran named Arthur Davies, was watching from the wings. He testified to the police that Elara was mid-pirouette when the stage lights suddenly turned a deep, bruised purple, a color they weren't even capable of producing. For 3 seconds, the theater went pitch black. When the lights hummed back to life, the stage was empty. Arthur ran out, screaming her name. The doors were all locked from the inside. There was nowhere for her to go. The police spent weeks tearing up the floorboards. They searched the ventilation shafts. Nothing. To this day, the case remains the city's most chilling cold case. Some say she's still rehearsing. If you stand on that stage at midnight, you might just hear the faint scuff of a slipper against the wood. This is where things get truly top mystery level. In the late 90s, the city sent a crew of engineers to assess the building for demolition. They didn't stay long. The lead engineer, a skeptic named Marcus, reported hearing a full orchestra tuning their instruments in the pit. Cello strings snapping, the low hum of a tuba, the frantic scales of a violin. The problem? The orchestra pit had been gutted years prior. There wasn't a single instrument left in the building. Marcus decided to investigate. He stepped into the pit with his flashlight. The moment the beam hit the floor, the sound stopped. But then, he felt a cold hand brush against the back of his neck. He didn't look back. He ran. Since then, dozens of locals have recorded EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, near the theater walls. It's not voices they capture. It's the sound of a symphony playing a song that doesn't exist in our world, a discordant, haunting melody that makes your nose bleed if you listen to it for too long. Every theater has its best seat. At the Grand Majestic, it was Box 5. During the theater's peak, Box 5 was always occupied, even when it hadn't been sold. Ushers would see a man in a tall silk hat sitting there, his face obscured by the velvet curtain. Since the abandonment, the watcher has become more aggressive. Explorers who point their cameras at Box 5 often find their batteries instantly drained. Those who look at the box with their own eyes report seeing a void, a patch of darkness that is blacker than the shadows around it. One viral video from 2018 shows a group of teenagers tossing a glow stick into Box 5. The stick flew through the air, but the moment it entered the box, it vanished. It didn't land, it didn't bounce, it simply ceased to exist. Is box 5 a seat, or is it a doorway? If you ever find yourself on stage right, you'll hit the ice wall. It doesn't matter if it's a 100-degree summer day in the city. On that specific patch of stage, the temperature drops to near freezing. But it's not just the cold, it's the physical sensation. People describe feeling static electricity so strong their hair stands on end. And then come the whispers. They don't sound like ghosts, they sound like thousands of people, all whispering shh at the same time. It's the sound of a restless audience, an audience that has been waiting 40 years for the show to finish. Paranormal researchers believe the theater has become a stone tape, a location that has absorbed so much emotional energy that it's replaying the trauma of Elara's disappearance over and over again. But others, they think the theater is hungry. It took Elara. Now, it's waiting for the next person to step onto stage right. The city recently canceled the demolition of the Grand Majestic. They won't say why. Some rumors suggest the demolition crew refused to return after a freak accident in the basement. Others say the city found something in the hidden tunnels beneath the stage, something that shouldn't be disturbed. Today, the theater stands as a rotting tooth in the city's skyline, a place of beauty turned into a place of nightmares. Is Elara Vance still in there? Is she the one playing the music? Or is she just another soul trapped in the Watcher's collection? Next time you're walking past an old, boarded-up building and you hear a faint strain of music or feel a sudden chill on your neck, don't stop. Don't look back. Because some stories are better left untold, and some theaters are better left in the dark. What do you believe happened to Elara? Was it a portal, a crime, or something we can't even comprehend? Let us know in the comments. We're reading all of them tonight. Stay safe, and don't let the curtain fall on you.